Hey, I'm Jeff McAbee from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Colorado Properties, and I want to show you what you can get for less than $2 million in Eagle Vail, in the Vail Valley, near Vail, near Beaver Creek, under $2 million. So let's go take a look at this. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. It's got 2,077 square feet. So that's $876 per square feet. It's got a 1-car garage, and it's got a primary bedroom upstairs, 2 upstairs actually, and 2 downstairs. 3 upstairs, 2 downstairs. But I'll show you how they have a plan to kind of make it into a 4-bedroom and make it a little bit more livable upstairs. And there's a lot of great reasons to love this place. It is on a great street in a great neighborhood, and I'll show you that all later. But come on, let's go inside. Let's take a look at why I think this is a really good buy under $2 million in the Vail Valley. You know, because it comes with all that lifestyle that we get. But it's under $2 million. It's not a single family home. It's a duplex. But it's under $2 million. Let's take a look, okay? Shall we? All right. I'm gonna open the front door. This nice, beautiful red front door. And we are going to take a look at the entranceway. There's a stairway right in front of us that goes upstairs. And there is a powder room just as you come in the front door, and the garage. So if you have little kids, or if you are old and sometimes you just gotta go, then that is perfect. So let's take a look at this garage, because you can come in through here, right? It is a 1-car garage. That's okay. You know, it's a large 1-car garage. And it's not super wide, meaning large, but it is very long. You can get a long car in here, and you can get some skis, and you can get some bikes, and some toys, and they've got some nice cabinets here, and some nice shelves. You know, it's totally doable. And I'll tell you another reason why it's totally doable. And that is because it has this huge circle drive. This thing was going to be, I think, part of Eagle Vail's deal. It eventually got deeded to this unit, this duplex, and you have a massive amount of space for only a duplex, right? For 2 units. Yes, you share it with your neighbor, but that, I mean, you can get 2 cars there, plus 1 in their garage, 1 in your garage. You get 2 cars down there, a couple in the circle if you needed to. I mean, it's really nice. And, you know, your kids are bouncing a basketball around out here. And I'll show you another great thing about the outside in a little bit. But let's go take a look at the house. We're going to look at the inside for now. Really good amounts of storage. Well done. I mean, this is pretty typical of the Eagle Vail duplexes, of having the 1-car garage. And a lot of those duplexes that I've looked at recently are over $2 million. Not under $2 million, over $2 million. Okay? Nice little coat closet. When you come home, good place to put your stuff. You know, Eagle Vail has a bus that you can take. They'll take you to Vail. It's part of your $170 or whatever that you pay for. It's an HOA, $170 a year. It's really, really not very expensive. And you have a free shuttle to take you to Vail and one to take you to Beaver Creek. And there's a community garden. It's really quite lovely. this is a powder room. Obviously, it's not huge, but it is enough. All right, we're going to walk in on the main level. We're going to walk in on the main level. You know, this was built in 1980. So it's got really good bones. Like this is those are real timbers hanging down here. Nothing faux about this place. However, it looks like, the kitchen's been remodeled. It has garbage disposal, a dishwasher, an oven, a gas range, some appliances, a refrigerator here, good storage, a pantry, right, for our hard goods or canned goods, and it's doable. This kitchen is you can make a meal in here and work. And two people could work. You could have somebody doing the dishes. But then, the sink is new. Could we upgrade the appliances? Sure. Sorry, but we're under $2 million, remember. Under $2 million here. 1.8. I think this countertop is fabulous. I do not think that would have to be redone at all. It's got a couple of chairs around it, but you could put more. Dining just off the living room. And, these mirrors give it the illusion that it's bigger than it actually, it does. It makes it feel pretty big. Although this great room is not by any means tiny. I really think you could have, 4 or 5 people in here regularly, very comfortable, watching TV around the fire. Which by the way, it's a real fireplace, which is just great. How fun is that? Colorado, smelling wood. It is lovely. And I'll take a look at this thing up close. It has some new stonework around it, which is good. This has sort of been all the rage for a while. Great place to hang some stockings by the chimney. Just sit by the fire. You can actually sit down there. And they've done a great job. These windows, by the way, which are huge, right? Look how much light. I don't think the lights that are on in here are doing anything to light this up at this moment, because these windows are south facing and they're just letting in a ton of natural light. And that's, with mature trees there that you don't have to leave there by any means if you wanted to keep them from blocking your light, but they also give you a little privacy out there. So there's nothing wrong with that either. But this is in a great neighborhood, and I'll show you that later too. Because, it's pretty well thought out. And this is the main floor, right? So I showed you the garage on the main floor, the entryway on the main floor, and the fireplace on the main floor. But in the summertime, you have this, and we had a little snow the other day, so I'm not going to go outside in my socks. I'll go outside, but I'm not going to walk around this whole entire deck. I can show it to you later when I put my shoes back on. But this deck, what? Are you kidding me? This thing is huge, right? And you could have a little fire pit out here that's gas. I'm sure. I have a portable one. Works really good. You have your grill out here right off the kitchen. And look at this. This is this bench. I mean, could you imagine just laying down on that bench and just having a book in your hand? And I'll just be quiet for a second so you can hear. Super quiet. Really, really not that impacted by traffic. Although when I was riding in here, I saw little kids on bicycles. And that's the thing about Eagle Vail. You have a lot of local people living here. And sorry about that. Didn't mean to get myself in that shot. But you know, the families are here, the kids are here. It's a fun, vibrant, mature neighborhood, meaning the trees are mature. I mean, it's really a special place in the valley. It just feels like being in the mountains. So, yeah, I mean, let's go upstairs, okay? Take a look. What's going on upstairs? Again, nice carpet. Carpet is in great shape right here and on the first level. I mean, these wood floors are cherry colored and really beautiful. Do they look modern? No. Does everything have to look modern? Well, maybe. Maybe it does for you. Not for everybody, I don't think. Because I think this is what really, I mean, this is sort of a starter home duplex in the Vail Valley because it's under $2 million. Let's take a look at the primary first. Okay. So let's say you had a family, mom and dad, you might be here. I like this. It's a decent sized closet. It's not a huge walk-in, but it has some good storage. So you have some drawers here. And then on the other side, you can hang clothes. You're thinking, okay, that's not a lot of storage. But again, we're not in a $9 million home. We're in a $1.8 million home. And, you know, you can make it work. The bathroom in the primary has one sink. It has a nice shower. And then, let's say you had kids up here, you can have them all on one level. And they have a tub, which is great. This is outside of the primary. They have a sink. This looks like it's been redone just a little quick, more recently maybe. And there's some good room. And then you have, for your older kid, you have a nice room, which is by no means a tiny room. Again, mirrored doors on the closet, which is, you know, very typical of when it was built, but easily replaced or not. But it's a sizable closet. And it's on the same level as the master, which, you know, if you have little ones, that's a good thing. And then you've got this smaller bedroom still on this level. With a couple of bunks. More closet space that maybe Dad could borrow. Mirrored again. You know. Again with some shelves in there, so you could, you know, you can make it work. Kids don't have that many clothes at this age. And, you know, you could put something. I would say they do have some plans that have been drawn up that actually eliminate this bedroom and make a very large walk-in closet for the master. And the primary bathroom becomes a much bigger and nicer place with the new plans that they have. And I can share those with you. All you got to do is reach out to me. 970-389-3117. But really a fun Eagle Vail, mountainy, 1980 kind of ski chalet that you could adapt your life around to make work in a more contemporary, full-time living situation. Let's go back to the main level. Okay. Just to resituate, and then we'll go down one more level to a really fun space, but also where there are 2 more bedrooms. And so you could move kids down here if you didn't want them on your level, and you could have all the closet space up there. And then down here, you got yourself a little TV room in the basement, which doesn't feel like I'm totally underground here, even though I am, but it's good light coming in from upstairs. So you can make this a TV room, a playroom, a game room. Maybe you get new carpet here. I don't know. But you've got bedroom number 4, which is a really good sized bedroom with egress. Another closet, decent sized. Mirrored doors, fun space down here. Right now it's furnished for an adult, a guest, but it could be furnished for children, clearly. Super fun. You've got laundry down here. It's outstanding. You've got a bathroom. Doesn't have a tub, but has showers. So the kids get bigger, they can do this, right? We look in here. Let me see. Nice Linux heater. Looks like a pretty new expansion tank and water heater, so that's good. Really good, actually. Everybody's going to the new expansion tanks these days. That's not cheap. So, and then this is bedroom 4, which admittedly, I mean, this was used as a crash pad from Denver, I think, because you've got plenty of bunk beds here. But, you know, you can configure this in any way you want. Take the furniture to Nest in Avon, and they will sell it to someone, consign it for you, and you just fill it up with your own furniture, you know? Fun. I can imagine that a lot of good things happened here over the years. It's just got a good vibe. And then, you know, what little kid doesn't want a little hidden closet like that? Small door, or small, really seems to turn on small people. And yeah, I mean, you can see that a lot of memories have been had here. And I suppose they're just waiting on someone else to come in and make new memories for them. So, not a huge space, but it's not why you buy here. You know, you can get a lot more in Dallas or Memphis for the same price, but you won't be here, and I will go outside and show you all of that next. Okay. Give you one last look at this living room and kitchen. Beautiful. Okay, I want to show you some outside features of this house and of this neighborhood, and why I think of all the units that are under 2 million, this one is one worth looking at. Okay. All right. Again, we're with the mature trees, the spruce trees. You've got a nice yard here, plenty of space. The road is completely quiet. I mean, you wouldn't drive up here unless you lived here. Again, I saw some kids riding bikes up here. And this is a really nice outdoor space, deck. Fun, you know? And your neighbors are close, but they're not intrusively close. It's a fun, friendly neighborhood. The roof is relatively new. We could get it inspected. I think it's about 10 years old. Obviously, some of the siding and the painting, you know, that can be redone at some point. Gonna need to be redone, but again, we're under 2 million, but the homes that have been remodeled here are worth quite a bit of money. And so you have a single family home, right? Here's another single family home. And there are duplexes here as well. And then I think the other single family home on this block sold for about $4.5 million. So yes, you're buying a $1.8 million duplex, but you have an opportunity. You're in the neighborhood of some really substantial homes. And like 89 here. And, you know, this is a good thing. So, the other reason I thought of a young family is because right next door is Trout Pond Park. And this is pretty sweet. You've got a park right across the street. Let me flip the camera, okay. So there's me, and there is there's a place back here, trees in the circle, and then you got this park right here, which is great. Really, really great. With a bench, a picnic table, and it's a pocket park, so it's not going to be filled up with people all the time. I've only seen 2 kids here in the last 2 days I've been here. They came over, but you know, it's a fun one, you know, for little ones. Very good. And that is absolutely just right across the driveway. From this unit here. Another nice tree to give you shade. And then if you wondered what the other unit looks like, I mean, it's just right here. Which, yeah, I mean, that's not curb appeal beyond belief, but we are in a really good neighborhood and with some amenities, so there's something to be said for that. So let's go show you. I'm going to go show you one more thing, and then we'll call it good. Okay, so now we're just on the back side of those single-family homes across the street, and this is why they call it Trout Pond Road, because you have this little lovely space to walk around. You know, and that's really nice. Have a little still water by the house. And I understand there's actually trout in Trout Pond, so there's that. Another huge advantage of living on this street is that you have, again, nice homes, well cared for homes that are definitely worth more than the one that I showed you, which says something good, right? But you also have this little path at the end of the road, just past the park, that walks out onto the Eagleville golf course. And people who live in this neighborhood use the golf course as cross country for when it has snow, walking the dogs. I believe this is the 18th fairway. You can walk right up the 18th fairway, and there's a trail that goes up into Stone Creek, Polly's Plunge, that area. Super good mountain biking, super good hiking. You could, in theory, ski up to Beaver Creek that way. This was sort of one of the spots they were going to put a connecting lift if they ever did in Eagle Vale. Wow, wouldn't that be great if they did that and you owned right here. But, you know, for the most part, dog walking, very encouraged here. You know, there's moose in Eagle Vale, there are bear, so deer, elk, really nice. But also, I mean, you're on the side of Eagle Vale where it's just back down to the highway, even though you can't hear the highway very well. Listen. And then to the right, you're in Vail and one exit, or 2 exits, and to the left, you're, hey, puppy, hey. And you're there in 3 exits. So really a great thing about this place. Okay, so again, this is Eagle Vail under 2 million. In the Vail Valley, under 2 million, duplex, 5 bedroom, 4 bath. And I really think it is a diamond in the rough for sure. Definitely worth taking a look at. If you'd like to see this property, if you'd like more information, contact me, Jeff McAbee, 9703-893117. Thanks a lot. Bye.